Moving on now, for the latest on emerging startups in the Startup Nation, we are joined by Noa Oron of Channel 2. Well, thank you for being with us. What did you bring today?
Okay, so usually when you renew a lease or you're moving into a new apartment, you get this really complicated contract, right? None of us really read it. You can't really understand what's going on there. And there are little details you can't never really find, and you need a lawyer in order to get that. That costs a lot of money. Now, the Israeli startup LawGeex is trying to solve that. And what they do is it's basically a web-based app. Currently, it will turn into an app that you will have on your phone as well. And what it allows you to do is you can upload your contract, and it will read your contract, go through it, and tell you what's wrong with it. What are the little details, the little clauses that you don't really understand, you don't know. It can tell you exactly what's wrong about it. And I'll give you an example. Let's say that your residential lease does not allow pets. It will actually read through your lease, let you know that you have this little detail there, and then it will also compare your contract to other contract in your area, and it will tell you if there is something wrong. It can, for example, tell you that only 5% of the contracts include this thing about pets, and then you can go back to your landlord and push back and say, well, listen, you know, this is something that doesn't exist in other contracts in our area. Maybe we can change that. Same thing with numbers. I mean, that's the most important thing, and other different details, and it makes it way easier and way cheaper. There's some lawyers around the world will offer something similar to that. I mean, we'll tell you, send the contract to me and I can tell you what's wrong. But they charge about $100 for every 4 pages. Okay. And this will be way cheaper. It will be very, very easy. It will take a little time until we'll see this actually in our phones. But imagine how easy it will be if you would just be able to, you know, take a picture of that contract right on the spot and, you know, tell your landlord or whatever, or whoever it is who's giving you a contract, listen, there's something wrong with that contract, and you can change it very easily and quickly.
Well, it sounds very empowering. What else do you have?
Yes, so the second one is TestFairy. So usually when you develop an app, you need to get it tested. You will send it to 100 of different users and try to get them to test it and ask them what's wrong about it. But it's really, really hard for developers to really tell what's wrong. I mean, they can't really see what went on the user's screen the moment that the app crashed or something didn't happen the way it should have happened. So TestFairy actually gives developers that solution. It goes, I mean, it can actually record a video of your phone, of the user's phone when they use it, and it can, you know, just take that one piece of, let's say a couple of minutes when the app fell, and it can actually show you, the developer, later on, the video of how the app crashed. And with that comes all the data that comes with it, what went wrong, what went on when it crashed. TestFairy are not the only ones that do that around the world, but they are the only ones that develop the video solution for developers, and that can be very, very helpful for them. I'll give you a few more examples. Apple just bought TestFlight, Microsoft bought Hockey app, Twitter bought Crashlytics, and Google just invited TestFairy a few months ago to their conference to present this solution, not saying anything about, you know, an upcoming purchase, but I'll just leave it to you to think about that.
And our viewers to think about it as well. Well, thank you as always for coming on the program, Noa Oron of Channel 2. Very much appreciated. That wraps up our show today. Do stay tuned every day from the Job Report in Tel Aviv. I'm Natalie Ehrlich. Thank you so much for watching.